My name is Emma, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I have a cold, so if I'm sniffling, I'm sorry. If my nose looks red, it's because I just blew it. I do believe that a cold is the only way to usher in fall season, so I'm here for it, it's fine. Okay, so I'm so excited for today's video. I've kind of been waiting for this one since I started doing this series. This series being Taylor Swift Tracks Choose How Long I Read for a Week. We are in the Evermore era today, ladies and gentlemen. Read it and weep it, okay? I chose Evermore for September because it's my birth month. My birthday is at the end of the month, and Evermore is my favorite album. It's so hard to say that because like, when you actually think about all her albums, like they all are my favorite. Like I literally can make an argument for why every single one of Taylor Swift's albums are my favorite. Oh, actually, let me just like flex real quick. Let me put this up here. I will never, ever forgive the man on eBay who sold me this and did not take pictures of the little cracks. You can't even see them. Like there's a crack there and there's a crack there. And then I messaged him and I was like, hey, you know, this is cracked the fuck up. And he was like, too bad. And there were no refunds available. And I wasn't gonna refund it anyway because it's a signed CD and he gave it to me for a good price. But I was like, you're dishonest. You're not an honest person, sir. Okay, so anyway, we are doing Taylor Swift Tracks Choose How Long I Read for a Week, Evermore edition. I don't know, Evermore, it's kind of like the quintessential, to me it's almost more of a winter album than it is a fall album. Like when I think of fall albums, I definitely think of Red. And I think I'll do Red next month for October. I don't know. But Evermore, it's definitely more of a November kind of album for me because it's still fall, but it's definitely chilly. Like it's cold. And I do think that there are like, you know, Christmas songs on this album. So it's definitely a winter album more so than a fall album in my opinion. But it's my birth month and I wanted to do Evermore. I love and adore this album so much. It does not get the credit it deserves. It's extremely underrated. If you have never ever listened to Evermore in full, I would implore you to do so, okay? Especially if you are a fan of Taylor Swift. If you're not even a fan of Taylor Swift, you should still just like listen to it in full, like actually listen to the words and like understand why she's such a master. Oh, I forgot my Kindle. Okay, so the vibes for this vlog is just, it's cozy, okay? It's gonna be cozy vibes. Hopefully you guys are able to feel that. I know that I'm gonna be super cozy. Like, look at this. Look at this sweater. I think I got it from Goodwill. It's so cozy and I haven't worn it since I got it, I think. So I'm all cozied up, okay? Where do we start with this? I feel like I forgot how to make one of these videos. I guess we have to pick the song first. No, let me go through the rules. So in case this is your first time here watching one of these videos, hi. What we're gonna do is we are going to have Evermore, okay? That is the album of the week. And we're gonna shuffle it. And whatever song it lands on determines how long I read for the day, okay? So for instance, Willow, the track number 1, is 3 minutes and 34 seconds long. So that means that if I shuffle it and when I play it, I get Willow, I will read for 3 hours and 34 minutes. And I will write it on this little day 1. I'll write the books that I'm reading. This is just like a cute little sheet to keep up with it and also like, you know, to remember the challenge by. And maybe I'll redo these someday in the future or I'll do different albums and I can just like see how far I've come. I don't know. It'll be cute. The other rule is that if I don't finish my time, like let's say I get Willow, I have to read for 3 hours and 34 minutes. Say I only read for 2 hours for today. That means that I'll have an hour and 34 minutes left over. That will be tacked on tomorrow. So the goal is definitely to finish my time every day because what if I end up reading, like having to read for 8 hours in one day and it's a bad day to read? Like I have to be disciplined in this challenge, okay? So I think what I'm gonna do is pick the song first and then we'll talk about books. Okay, this is always so nerve-wracking for some reason. I don't know why. I think this is a relatively short album. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I lied. We have 8 songs on this album that are over 4 minutes and we have 2 songs that are over 5 minutes. So we will be reading a lot this week, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I did up to 6 days. I do want to do 7, but I didn't like, this is like such a small space. I didn't want to like cut it in half. And I was like, what if something happens and I only end up doing 6? So I'm leaving it at 6 for now. The goal is 7 days though. So let's pick the song for day 1. I always forget to mute it. Okay, so we got Dorothea. Yay! Dorothea is 3 minutes and 45 seconds long. So I will be reading for 3 hours and 45 minutes today. Not bad at all. Not a bad start at all. I'm not complaining whatsoever. 3 hours and 45 minutes is definitely doable. Now let's talk about books. Okay, so I'm currently reading She Who Became the Sun. This is by Shelley Parker Chan, and it's very good. It's about a girl who, let's see, I'm 32% of the way through it. It's about a girl who basically, it's in like the year 2000 in China, I'm pretty sure, and her whole family has like died, so she has to survive, and she decides to pretend to be her older brother and join a monastery, and we just kind of go from there. She is like literally rising up in the ranks of like politics and like war and everything, and she's doing like really freaking crazy good. There is a lot of like LGBTQIA plus gender fluidity mixed into there as well. I'm not sure where it's gonna go, but I do like the direction it's going, and I think that the writing is superb. So it says that I have 4 hours and 40 minutes left in the book. So I could read this all day and I wouldn't finish it for the 3 hours and 45 minutes I have to read. Let me see what else, because I want to be cozy. You know, this is a cozy vlog. She Who Became the Sun is definitely just something I'm kind of reading like for fun, I guess you could say, because it's really interesting and I'm enjoying reading it. But I do want a good little like a spooky book. Let's see. Okay, so I have The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. I have The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. And then I also have A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson, and My Best Friend's Exorcism by, what's his name? Grady Hendrix. So those are all like spooky books, and I picked those all for my TBR. What do I feel like reading? Do I feel like reading a Grady Hendrix possession book? Do I feel like reading vampires? Do I feel like reading traditional folklore, or do I feel like reading a horror book by T. Kingfisher? Oh my god, I don't even, you know what, Pancake, do you want to choose? Do you want to choose what I read? Yeah? Oh, she wants to choose. Okay, let's do this. This is a good idea. Hold on. Do you want to play? Do you want to play a game? Yeah, let's play a game. So I wrote the books down. We have The Only Good Indians, we have A Dowry of Blood. You can't read these. We have The Only Good Indians, we have A Dowry of Blood, we have My Best Friend's Exorcism, and then we have The Hollow Places. So let me move my camera. Come here. Yeah, come here. Okay, so I'm gonna place these out. We got this one, and we've got this one. Oh, she's already stepping on them. And we got this one. Here, let's put them out this way. Here, come here. Here, let's go this way. Let's go this way. Okay. Pancake, you want to pick one? Come pick one. You want to pick one? Oh, The Only Good Indians? Yeah, is that the one? Is that the pick? Oh, you're such a good girl. All right, guys. I'm going to read The Only Good Indians. I'm going to keep these cards for later because this is a cute idea. Maybe I'll have my other cat Buttermilk choose the next book after The Only Good Indians. Sleepy, but I feel cozy because I got a sweater on. It's finally like 65 degrees in the morning. Holding out for that 60, holding out for that 55. Can't wait for the temperature to keep dropping. I'm definitely like a cold weather kind of girl. I appreciate summer. I love going to the beach. I think that the cold weather is just my thing though. I like being cozy, and you can't really be cozy in humidity. So I ended yesterday with an hour 38 on my time. I know I'm a failure. It's okay. We are going to pick this song for day 2 and add it to the time, and then I'm going to give you guys an update on my book. Okay, we have Evermore. The girl, Miss Girl, is up here. We are going to turn the volume off. We have it shuffled. We're gonna play the next song and see what our song for day 2 is gonna be. Okay, remember yesterday we got Dorothea, so if we get that one, we'll pick a new song. It's time to go, bonus track. Oh, this song is a deep cut. Okay, this is 4 minutes and 14 seconds, so that means that I'll be reading for an additional 4 hours and 14 minutes today. I did pick a very long album for this challenge. It's okay, I'm not upset about it. Okay, 414 plus 138, so 38, 42, 52, 5 hours and 52 minutes. I have to read for almost 6 hours today. That will definitely give me time to finish All the Good Indians. No, it's called The Only Good Indians. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so I am 48% of the way through the book. I have 2 hours and 33 minutes left to go. I literally stopped in the middle of a chapter, which I hate doing. Oh my gosh, what do I even want to say about this book? First of all, it's creepy. Okay, it's giving the creepy vibes for sure. It's giving the ambiance, it's giving spooky. I am at like a part 2 of the book. Okay, so we had like our whole part 1, crazy shit happens. And then we're in part 2 now, which is like a total redirect of where we were in part 1. And in part 1, we are following a boy who, or a man, I guess at this point, when he was younger, when he was a boy, he kind of was like illegally hunting elk. I don't know if it's that he was in the wrong place to hunt or it technically was no longer hunting season, but they end up having to kill an elk, and the elk seemingly has come back to haunt him in this time period. Okay, he's older, he's married, and he has been haunted by a girl with an elk face. Okay, so he like literally like he'll be outside, there'll be a train that goes by, and then there'll be a part in the train that's missing, and he'll see the girl standing there with the elk head. So it's like spooky like that, okay? But then, you know, the train keeps going. By the time the train's gone, of course she's missing. He sees this girl just like in the background of so much, and it's just like totally haunting him. Crazy stuff has happened. Okay, crazy stuff has happened. And now in part 2, it looks like we're getting, each chapter is like a different story or point of view to somebody else who was in that friend group that went elk hunting when they were younger, okay? It almost feels like we are reading from the point of view of the elk, like if the elk has come back to haunt them that they killed. The chapters in part 2, it almost seems like we're reading it from her perspective, like she's kind of stalking them, or she's like looking out for them. So, or not really looking out, more like looking after them, like just spying on them, you know what I mean? Stalking, like I said. Anyway, yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. It is like, I love the writing style so much. Like you can hear the reservation accent in the writing. It's just very well done. I do think it's also being told to us like someone's telling us a story, which is really cool. Like I feel like I'm on FaceTime while I'm reading this book and my friend is telling me a crazy story that happened to her. That is like really cool writing to me. I don't know what tense that is. I don't know if that's even like a thing or if that's just how it's coming across on the page, but the author he's doing a good job, okay? I'm enjoying it. It's spooky, it's cozy. I'm gonna light a candle. I might make some coffee because I'm tired and I want to really get into this 6 hours, really finish this book and then pick another one. So yeah, 2 hours and 30 minutes left to go. I'm gonna stop here and I will catch you back with the next update. my god, this book is so good. I just got to the third part. I have under an hour to go. The way that the story has progressed has honestly been a masterclass. Like, I really am enjoying the writing so much. I just think this third part is going to be really good. It's a revenge tale that is just, the revenge is so sweet, and it's just, oh, it's just so well written. Like, I honestly think that this is a book I'm going to recommend to anyone who wants a good book to read, especially a spooky one. But on top of that, like, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to see how it ends. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Final chapter. Oh my god. That was so good. Wow. That was such a good book. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. I'm no spoilers. This is a spoiler-free vlog, okay? But it definitely had the spooks, okay? The creepy vibe was there the whole time. Basically, like, a vengeful spirit is out to get this group of people, and we switch between POVs. It's very intricate, it's very detailed. I love the writing style so much. I'm like really fighting with whether I'm gonna give this 4 or 5 stars. I don't know, we'll see. That's how I feel about it. I thought it was a really amazing read, really good way to start off this challenge. Definitely made me feel spooked, okay? Hey, something that I wanted to mention for The Only Good Indians that I loved was just this mix of like traditional horror and like cultural horror was just so well done, so amazing. One thing I did want to warn about with this really good horror book is that there are multiple dogs that do die, so I wanted to be transparent about that. That does happen in the book. I just thought it was a really good story. I love the cast of characters. Like, I didn't love them. I thought they were all written just like very dynamically. I don't know, like they all were very different in their own way, and they all had their own kind of voice because we go between multiple POVs throughout the whole book, and I thought that the author just does a really good job of like setting each character aside and having them be their own person. It was just, I was really impressed with it. So we still have 4 hours and 7 minutes left to go today. That is what I am ending the first book with, and now we get to pick another book. I think I want to read something from my physical TBR. I have 3 books in my physical TBR for this month. I have When the Moon Hatched, which I have been saying I'm gonna get to for so long on this channel. I have The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters, which I read a thriller of hers, like a historical thriller, really good. And then I also have The Eyes Are the Best Part, and I think I'm gonna since I let Pancake choose the first book I read, the Kindle Unlimited book, I think next I'm gonna have Buttermilk choose the physical copy that I read. So I'm gonna lay it out, I'm gonna bring her in, and we'll see which one she goes for. Look at these right here. Yeah, you sweet girl. I saw somebody else do this in a video. They were like, my cat chooses my TBR, chooses what I read for the week, and they put a cat treat on the book, and then the cats would choose which one. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna copy that idea, and I'm gonna do that right now. Come here, baby. Yeah, come here. I've got something for you. Yeah, look. Buttermilk, look. She's such a silly girl. Oh, she got that one. Okay, now it's between this one and this one. We'll see which one she goes for. Buttermilk. Oh, we have, okay, that one. Okay, we're doing it tournament style, so round 3. Buttermilk. You like your job? Are you having a good job today? Oh my gosh. Little strangers again. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, so I try to do a tournament style, but our options are 3 options, so it's not like a purely like really good tournament style with 4. So when we did the eyes are the best part versus when the moon hatched, she picked when the moon hatched, and then we did when the moon hatched versus the little stranger, she picked the little stranger, and then we went ahead and did the eyes are the best part and the little stranger, and she picked the little stranger again. So that's 2 times she picked the little stranger. She had an opportunity each time to pick the book twice, and The Little Stranger was the book that she picked twice, so that is the book that I'm gonna go for. We will be reading The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters next. Let's go. There's cat drool on it. You know you're an avid Kindle user when you're reading a physical book for the first time in forever. Hi, baby. And you get to the bottom of the page and your thumb clicks to go to the next page. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. Okay, so we can tell that it's going to be kind of like a spooky house kind of book, which I love. Basically, we have this doctor. He was asked to come and check on like a maid that works in the house, and since he has been to check on her, he kind of keeps like running into other family members that live in the house, and he's just like really enamored by them, and they're like really nice to him, and he's really nice back, and he's like agreeing to do favors for them. The thing about Sarah Waters is that I know not to trust anybody. Like when I read Fingersmith, the twists in that book were insane. So I wouldn't be surprised if that seems to be her writing, where you just like can't trust anybody. I'm really excited to see where the rest of the book goes. Like I'm only like 70 pages in, so that's maybe like 10%, maybe like close to 15%. It's 500 pages, but yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. Taylor Swift tracks, choose how long I read, Evermore edition. Okay, where do we start? Let's start with the book. It's getting a little, I feel like I'm finally getting into it. Okay, I am on page 170. I would say that is 25, maybe 30% of the way through. I really should have put it into Goodreads to find out. I'm like this much through with the book, so what, that looks like 1/3. Yeah, that looks like 1/3 of the book. So I'm about 30% of the way through, 33, 35%, okay? And yesterday I left off with just under 2 hours. I know, okay, but listen, my time was 6 hours. It was, what, 5 hours and 52 minutes altogether. So 4 hours, that's pretty good. And if you really think about it, since the song yesterday was 4 hours and 15 minutes and I read for 4 hours yesterday, I'm keeping up with it, okay? I still have these 2 hours that I hopefully I can shave off today or tomorrow, day 3, day 4. I feel like definitely once I get more into the book, hopefully by the halfway point, I won't be able to put it back down, because that's what happened when I read Fingersmith. And yeah, okay, so let's see, what is it about this book? I feel like to an extent, it has not progressed past the whole synopsis of like this man, this doctor kind of can't stay away from the house. He can't stay away from the family that lives in the house. It's a mother, her son, and her daughter. And he just like has a friendship with all 3 of them. So he keeps finding ways and reasons to come back into the house. Plus he's a doctor. So like there's many reasons for them to call on him as well. He just like can't seem to like get away from the house, but he's like willingly there. You know what I mean? He never feels like, oh, this is weird and this is creepy, I'm always here. He's like just living his life, and like as the reader you feel like something's going on, but he definitely is not aware of it. It's kind of sad because the 2 books that I've read so far in this challenge, the dog has died in both of those books. I'm sorry if that's a spoiler to you. I don't feel bad about spoiling when the dog dies, because, or if the dog dies in media, because I feel like people want to know about that. And yeah, so the 2 books that I read in this reading vlog and this reading challenge, the dogs have died, and that's just so sad. So I hope that the next book, definitely there's no dog. Like I'm just hoping that there's not even a dog present, because I don't want to be thinking about, is it gonna die? I think that what we're gonna do next is pick the song for day 3 and update this paper. I have to put day 2 song and the second book that we are reading for this challenge, as well as the song for day 3. So let's pick the next song and see how long I'll be reading for today. I'm so glad I chose Evermore, the album with the most amount of long songs, amount of songs that are over 4 minutes, all of it. We've got it up here. It's shuffled, it is muted, so Taylor Swift does not sue me. Let's see. Coney Island, what a good song. What a good song. It's a cool song because like every line, every verse, and every part of the chorus, as well as the whole bridge, like the whole song encapsulates like kind of her whole musical journey and her whole story of being in the music industry, as well as like other albums. It's a really, really intricate song that you can just like totally dissect line by line, word by word, and you can correlate it to different parts in her life, to different other albums in her life. It could get into, you know, the story of like how she lost her masters and everything, or had her masters stolen from her. And just like the whole song, just the song as a whole is really genius writing. And it's, one day I will sit down and actually dissect it, because I think it's really interesting. I know that I have not fully unlocked the song, unlocked the potential of what the song is, but Coney Island is definitely one of her most underrated songs. Very good. And it is 4 minutes and 35 seconds, which means that I will be reading for an additional 4 hours and 35 minutes today. That is very okay. 22602, oh my gosh. Okay, with the time added on from yesterday, that's the time we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. I will never escape this 6. I swear, I'm gonna be dealing with 6 hours every day until day 7 of this challenge. That's okay, because I am definitely really enjoying this book. It took me 2 hours to get 1/3 of the way through, so I can definitely finish this today if I'm able to read for at least 4 hours straight. And yeah, let's fill this out and get back into The Little Stranger. something that I'm really liking about this book and about this challenge so far is that when I was reading The Only Good Indians, it was like a sticky, humid August kind of horror read, you know what I mean? Like, it was like in the summer, you could feel all the stickiness around them, like they were in the woods a lot of the time, humidity, you know. It was like that kind of horror, like the hot kind of horror, the heated kind of horror. And then what's great about The Little Stranger is that it's like the opposite. It is more of like a cold and blustery, you know, it's just like turned December. The weather's like very wintry, and like they're in this house that seems to go on for miles and miles, and it's just like cozy. It's like but it's not cozy in like a nice way. It's cozy in like a I want to curl up in a blanket because I'm shivering because I'm so scared kind of way, you know what I mean? So I am really appreciating that about the challenge, that I was able to get like this hot sticky horror, and now I'm in this cold cuddled up kind of horror, you know what I mean? Yeah, I just wanted to say that I love that. I love how horror can be so in with the seasons, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but I like that. I like it a lot. Hi, welcome to day 4. So I don't have a lot of time today. I'm still in the middle of getting ready. I'm gonna go downtown for the night, gonna go see a Broadway show with my girls. But I definitely wanted to update for day 4 and go ahead and add some time to my clock because I will be reading on the bus. So remember yesterday, I had equaled out to 6 hours, something like that. That's how much time I had left over from yesterday. I know, it's disappointing. I did the best that I could, okay? I read when I could. I've made heavy progress in The Little Stranger, okay? I am definitely over halfway through. I'm on page 300. I have 200 pages to go. I don't know what percent that is. Don't ask me. My mind is not made for math today. I'm definitely enjoying this book a lot. Like, I am very much enjoying everything that I'm reading. I just feel like I'm constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm trying not to compare it to Fingersmith. Like, that's hard because Fingersmith was so good, and I would love for all of her books to be as good as Fingersmith was. But I'm literally waiting. Like, I feel like something crazy is gonna happen, and I've been waiting for like 200 pages for it to happen. I still have 200 pages to go. Like, I think we're gonna get there, but it's taking a long time to get there, okay? You know what I mean? Like, it's weird because I'm really enjoying the writing so much. I don't feel bored, but I feel like I should be bored because technically nothing has happened. Like, we're just like in this house, and like maybe weird things are going on, like a fire got started. Who started the fire, you know, but then they're able to like wrap it up pretty quickly on like who they think started the fire, you know what I mean? So it's just like I'm waiting for more, and besides the fire, nothing else has happened. Like, literally nothing else has happened in the house. I want to pick the next song. This is, of course, Taylor Swift tracks Choose How let me try it one more time. Taylor Swift tracks Choose How Long I Read Evermore edition. I'm actually gonna close out of the Spotify app because I did have it open on my phone and I was already listening to Evermore while I was showering. So we gotta reset the system. It's gonna be another 4-hour video. I know it is. I know it's gonna be a 4-minute song. I already know. It's fine. If it does, it's okay. That's my literal own fault. And hopefully the bus ride, I don't know, maybe there's a delay and I have to sit on there for an extra 30 minutes and read. Okay, so it's shuffled. I'm gonna hit play. We have already done Dorothea, It's Time to Go, and Coney Island. So let's see what we get for day 4. Marjorie, oh my god. I know I say that to every song, but literally, oh my god. Marjorie is such a good song. It's such a sweet song. I love it for everyone else who relates to it. It's not the most relatable song to me, but it is about her grandmother, Marjorie. It's a song that she wrote like in memory and in honor of her. I don't believe she wrote it like after she had passed. I believe that her grandmother had been passed for several years when she wrote it, but it's just like talking about all of the great advice Marjorie ever gave her, and also like the theme of like love who you're with while you're with them, you know what I mean? Like, appreciate the people around you while you still have them. Like, that is very much a prevalent theme in the song. Like, the bridge goes so hard, and when I see people like relating to this song and crying to this song and like thinking about their own grandmothers or their mothers or just anyone who has like left them, and they like think about the time that they spent with them, like, I really I feel for those people a lot, okay? It definitely makes me cry when I see other people cry to this song. I do believe there's a part in the Eras tour actually, because she added this song to the Eras tour. It's part of the Evermore part of the tour, of course. And in the movie, like in the concert movie, there's a girl she's like filming, or no, maybe she's not filming, but I know she has her heart right here, and while the song's going on, she like looks up and she has like a tear. It makes me cry every time I think about it. Okay, we're moving on. Marjorie is 4 minutes and 17 seconds long, which means that I will be reading for an additional 4 hours and 17 minutes today. Let's add that up. So 23, so 4 hours, 20, oh my God. So 8 hours. This is becoming reminiscent of the first time I did this challenge where I had no discipline. I have discipline now, like don't get me wrong, but it has just been a busy week. It's fine. I have to read for 8 hours and 23 minutes today. Listen, I'm gonna be out late, but I plan on reading when I get home, okay? That is definitely the plan. At least shave an hour off, okay? It is currently, I have 30 minutes, 40 minutes-ish until I have to be at the bus, and I'm ready. I just gotta brush my hair out again. I don't have anything else to do, so I'm gonna sit here and read until I gotta go. And let's shave off another 40 minutes of this time because Lord knows I need it. Hopefully I'm able to get, I don't know, like 30, 50 pages in. I want to make some progress. And then, another thing, because I'm gonna be on the bus and I'm not bringing my purse with me, I'm just bringing like a little wristlet with like my cards and I can like hold my phone and stuff. I'm not gonna bring the book on the bus with me because it's just gonna be too much to hold and carry at the restaurant and at the Broadway show. So I'm going to have Pancake, it's Pancake's turn, pick a book for me to read on the Kindle for the bus ride, because I'm going to add up the time that I read on the bus and deduct it from the time here when I get home. I gotta read on the bus. What else are you gonna do on the bus? So I have these from the first day or the second day. I don't remember when I used them, but she picked The Only Good Indian, so we will take that one out. Okay, so we have My Best Friend's Exorcism, we have The Hollow Places, and then we have A Dowry of Blood. I kind of hope she picks A Dowry of Blood. Maybe I'll just pick A Dowry of Blood. No, I'll give it to her. She's a sweet girl. Okay. And I want to get spooked. Like I said, this is spooky reading. So if, you know, we get The Hollow Places or My Best Friend's Exorcism, those will definitely qualify. So let's go find Pancake. Let's go see where she is. There she is. Hey, Pancake. I have a request from you. Can you help me choose what book to read? Look, I'm going to place these out right here. Can you choose one? Look. Which one? Choose one. Are you choosing that one? Is that your choice? I think she's standing on business. So it looks like we're going to be reading The Hollow Places. Is that right, Pancake? Good girl. Good girl. Okay, so the little synopsis on Goodreads, it says, a young woman discovers a strange portal in her uncle's house leading to madness and terror in this gripping new novel. This is of course by T. Kingfisher, and it's 337 pages, so not a super long 500-page book, which I'm very happy about. And, you know, maybe we'll end the challenge on A Dowry of Blood because I am like interested in reading a fun little vampire book for sure. I'm gonna update this, add the third book in the challenge. I might actually do that when I get home because I do need to spend time reading this. So I'm gonna get back into this, start my time, start the 8 hours, and I'll catch you up with the next update. Yeah. We're dying. And welcome to day 5 of Taylor Swift Tracks Choose How Long I Read Evermore edition. I have a lot to update you on. Okay, so yesterday I was out pretty late and I did not get to read hardly at all, honestly. So I've been reading all day this morning to like make up for it, and I didn't write down my thoughts. So if this seems a little jumbled, I'm sorry. Big news first, I left my Kindle in the city. It's fine. My friend has it. She has it at her house, and my car is in the shop, so I can't go to her house right now to go get it. So sadly, I started reading, what's the name of it? These Hollow Places? Yes, The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. So I was reading that on the bus. I read it for about 54 minutes in total, like throughout the trip and everything. So I will subtract 54 minutes from the time that I have left over, which is 5 hours and 17 minutes. Okay, so yesterday we had over 8 hours, and I'm down to 5 hours 17 minutes minus 54 minutes because I read yesterday for 54 minutes. I finished The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters. This became a very 3-star book because it was good. Definitely the writing was really good. I was like thoroughly like thrilled the whole time I was reading. I could not wait to like find out what was going on, but I did feel a little let down. It's not a bad book though, like it definitely wasn't bad at all. Basically, there's this house that seems to be falling apart. It seems to be haunted a little bit. Different members of the family are going through the motions of dealing with a haunted house, and then at the center of it all there's the doctor, who's the main character. He is like, you know, kind of weaved his way in with the family, and they all really trust him and they all really like him. And then the story just kind of goes on from there as the family members are kind of like dropping off one by one. It was not as good as the other book I've read by her, Fingersmith, but it doesn't deter me from reading anything else for sure, but that's written by her, because it was good. It was fun. It was definitely like a chilling read. It wasn't as spooky as I had wanted it to be, but that's okay. So yeah, so my Kindle is in limbo right now. It's lost. I might not get it back for another day or two, which is really sad, but thankfully I have the Kindle app on my phone. So I definitely will keep reading The Hollow Places, and I think that's what I'm gonna continue reading with once I fix my time and everything. Actually, let's do that now. So 54 minutes, so we'll add 6 and then subtract an hour. So that'd be 5:23, so 4:23, so 4 hours 23 minutes. That is the time I have left to read. This is from yesterday, of course, don't forget. I don't want to pick another song. I want to just keep going with the 4 hours and 23 minutes, and I know it's day 5. I need to update day 4 and add the book, these dark places, these what is it called? The Hollow Places. Why can't I remember that? Yeah, I need to add that to it, but I'm not gonna go ahead and pick the song and add to the 4 hour time that I have. I'm gonna just read The Hollow Places. I got really far into it, like 30% maybe in an hour. So I think that within another hour to 2 hours, I could definitely knock it out of the park, because it's getting really good and I'm really enjoying it. T. Kingfisher, like, her writing is so easy to read. Very fast-paced horror, very fast-paced thrillers that she writes. And yeah, so I just wanted to give an update. I think that's all I had to say about this for this challenge. I finished this book. This is the second book finished in the challenge so far, and I'm definitely going to finish The Hollow Places today. And since my Kindle is missing, I might as well pick up The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim for my next book, just to be forced to read a physical book for my TBR. And also I think that this one might actually give me the horror that I'm looking for, because this didn't. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go read The Hollow Places. I'm gonna read it on my phone, on the Kindle app, and I'll catch you back with the next update. I finished The Hollow Places, and I finished it with just under 2 hours to go, so I feel way more confident about picking a new song for day 5 of Taylor Swift Tracks Choose How Long I Read Evermore edition. But first, let's talk about The Hollow Places. So this book was definitely really fun, really spooky, creepy. Okay, basically this girl goes to live in her uncle's taxidermy / oddities museum that he owns. And I mean, that alone can be kind of creepy, like you're living and sleeping in a house that has a bunch of like taxidermy around you, as well as like other creepy oddities and everything. So the vibes were definitely there. I felt like spooked, and like, I mean, I've been like cuddled up in my sweater all day because of it. Basically what happens is she and a friend, like a neighboring friend, they discover a portal in the back of the museum. And that's not a spoiler, that's literally the first line on Goodreads. Okay, so I'm not spoiling anything. It's kind of like evil Narnia, or kind of like a portal to hell kind of thing. It was creepy, okay? Like, they spent a good chunk of the book in the portal, like in the other world that they go to, and it's like, the great thing about T. Kingfisher is that she can write descriptions, she can write gore, she can write creepy, she's very good at it. And The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher, like, really, it hit the mark for this challenge for sure, because I was spooked, I was gooped, I was gagged, I was scared. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it to anybody who likes horror. I love reading T. Kingfisher's books. I will read every single one of them because I know I'm gonna get spooked in it, and I love that so much. So I want to catch this up, and I want to pick the next song for today, because even though I've been reading for the past, I don't want to admit how long, I still have to pick a song for day 5. So yesterday we got Marjorie, we have already gotten Dorothea, it's time to go in Coney Island, and now it's time to pick the 5th song for this week, for this challenge, and see how long I will be reading, in addition to the 2 hours that I have to read for today as well. So it's okay, it's fine. All right, it's shuffled, the sound is off. Long story short, that is a good one. That is definitely a fave of mine. I love the beat, I love the lyrics, I just love everything about it. Ooh, and I love that it's only 3 minutes and 35 seconds long. That's amazing. That means I will be reading for additional 3 hours and 35 minutes. Let's add all that up. 5 hours, 32 minutes. That is my accumulated time for today. I have to read for an additional 5 hours and 32 minutes to stay up to date with this challenge. It is day 5. Day 6 looks to be where we'll be ending it, because this video does need to get edited and uploaded pretty soon. And I'm gonna pick this up because it sucked that I wasn't able to film any like behind the scenes clips or like the time going or anything like that, because I was reading on my phone because my Kindle is missing right now. It's not missing, I know where it is, I just don't have it in my possession right now. So I'm gonna read The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. Super excited to read this one. I have been as blind as a bat when it comes to this book. I have not read the dust jacket cover, I have not read the synopsis on Goodreads, I have not read anything about it yet, and I'm so excited for that. Oh, that's a pretty color. I really like that. Kind of like a robin egg blue. It's really nice. So yeah, step 1, we are going to update this sheet. Step 2, we are going to sit down and read. And hopefully I'll finish this within the 5 hours, maybe even less, that'd be nice, and then I could pick up another book, which would be really cool. And we have finished so far 3 books in this challenge. Let's go for lucky number 4. I'm tired. Sorry for this extremely harsh lighting. There's just something about The Hollow Places that I wanted to mention real fast. Yeah, I did change my shirt. I was getting too hot in that hoodie. But I just love T. Kingfisher's ability to like write humor into her horror. Like, she definitely is a comedy horror writer, and I think she does it so well. Like, never is it cringy. The joke literally sticks the landing every single time. Not to mention her side characters are so well developed. Like, she's one of the greats, okay? And I didn't mention that in my clip earlier, so I definitely wanted to make sure to mention it now. 5 stars. 5 stars. I felt 5 stars when it started. I felt 5 stars in the middle. I felt 5 stars when it ended. This has been the best book of this reading vlog, of this challenge. Oh my gosh. Such a fast read. Literally took me maybe 2 hours to read it. I was thoroughly enthralled. This is a great book. It's really fun. It's really gross. I mean, if you are not an eyeball person, if you like simply cannot handle that, don't read this book. This book is not for you. Okay, so the best way that I can explain this is that it's about a girl who, once her father walks out on her mom, her younger sister, and like her life, he like, you know, leaves her for a younger woman. Like crazy things kind of start happening. She starts becoming really obsessed with eyeballs, and she starts to see a lot of other kind of toxic male relationships around her, and she gets revenge on those who deserve it. And it's a really good book. It's a revenge tale. If you want a good spooky, gross revenge tale for this holiday season, I 100% would forever suggest The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim, because I had a blast. I literally sat here for the last 2 hours loving my life reading this book. Okay, so I finished this book with 3 hours and 3 minutes left to go. It is currently 1:41 a.m. Do I want to stay up all night? I kind of do. Like, I'm in the mood to read, but I don't know what to read. Ooh, this is bad because I didn't check my Kindle app on my phone to see what I have. Oh, I have A Dowry of Blood. Okay, that's the next read, 100% A Dowry of Blood, because I think that I will definitely be able to knock it out within the 3 hours. I don't think it's a long book. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think it's long, and I think that I'll really enjoy it. It'll be like a fast, fun read from what I'm understanding about it, and I don't know anything about it. I just know it's like a YA vampire book. Maybe it's YA, I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm rambling because it's 1:41 a.m. Technically, so day 5 is over. We're technically in day 6, but I am meeting my deadline like so tight for this video. Like, this video needs to come out sooner than I'd like to admit. So I'm not sure if I should pick a song for day 6 and do day 6 tonight and tomorrow, because I have to edit. Yeah. Do I want to live chaotically? I kind of do. Like, I always do that to myself. You know what? Let's pick the song. Let's do that for day 6. It's day 6 and I'm at a new point in the reading vlog because I just finished a book. So this is to pick the song for day 6 for Taylor Swift Tracks Choose How Long I Read Evermore edition. That's today. Today's day 6, the last day of the challenge. Okay. I have it shuffled. No Body, No Crime. Wait, I think I got that one. Okay, I went back to confirm. I have not, in fact, done No Body, No Crime for this challenge. So No Body, No Crime will be the song for day 6. It is 3 minutes and 35 seconds, which means that I will be reading for an additional 3 hours and 35 minutes to the 3 hours and 3 minutes that we already have. That is a lot of 3s. 3:35, so we've got 6 hours and 38 minutes. That's not terrible. That's definitely doable by tomorrow, and to have the video fully edited tomorrow as well. I definitely think I can do that. And yeah, I'm gonna read A Dowry of Blood. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get into that. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stop filming now because it's late. I'm gonna read until I fall asleep. Responsibly, okay? I'm not gonna leave the timer going. I'm definitely not trying to be like that. I'm trying to read for the full 6 hours and 38 minutes within the next day. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. I will look a lot more presentable, I promise. Thank you. Hi, welcome to the final day of the challenge. I could say the morning of the final day of the challenge. So I just finished A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I was not expecting it to be that good. I literally thought it was gonna be like a YA read kind of, you know, maybe a little juvenile. I wasn't gonna hate it, of course, but that's what I was expecting for some reason. No, I was thrown through a loop because yeah, that was a really great book. Basically, it's like a story, or the take on the story of Dracula's wives. And it's like very LGBTQIA plus coded as well. It's really great. It's like a great revenge tale against an oppressor, and I loved it. I really did love it. Like, I have no complaints. I gave it 4 stars. Okay, wait, I do have one complaint. I thought that the POV change at the end, I don't know, I'm like grappling with it because I ended up giving it 4 stars, but definitely if I were someone who gave half stars, I would absolutely get 4.5 stars. I just like couldn't quite give it 5 stars, but like the more I think about it, the more I like it. I don't know. I definitely really good book for this challenge for sure. I still have, oh, let me show you my time. Because that was a short book. It was only like 230 pages. The writing was immaculate, literally so beautiful. And I have 4 hours and 12 minutes left over from that. So I definitely could finish another book in that time. And what I'm going to pick up is going to be Big Swiss by Jen Began. I believe that is the author's name. I'm sadly still without my Kindle, so I will be reading on my phone. So I'm sorry I can't like film any clips of me reading for this last day because I'm reading on my phone, of course, because my Kindle is still lost. It's not lost, I know where it is, I just have to go get it, and I have not had any time to leave the house, and my car is still in the shop, so I can't just drive and go get it. It's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna update this because we need to add No Body No Crime for the final day, and then I also need to add A Dowry of Blood and Big Swiss to the list. This is a huge list. Like, look at how many books we'll have finished. We will have finished 6 books. 6 books in 6 days. Ooh, I love that for myself. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop yapping because I need to get on with this time. I'm going to read Big Swiss and I will catch you back once I finish it. Bye. Okay, we are at the end of the challenge. We have 11 minutes left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen, and I am 4 chapters away from finishing Big Swiss, which is the 6th book that we have read in this challenge. We'll have read in this challenge. I'm obviously 4 chapters away from finishing it, but you know, that's basically 6 books. 6 books in 6 days with this challenge. That's pretty impressive. I'm definitely really happy with how successful this ended up being. I love seeing this sheet super full. So I just definitely want to give a recap, talk about my favorites, talk about, I don't know, maybe rank them a little bit in the remaining time that we have. So first we read The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. Definitely very spooky, very traditionalistic horror, very like culturalistic horror, which I always appreciate reading. Then I read The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters. This one was underwhelming. I wish that I had enjoyed it better. I felt like there was a lot that kept getting hinted at that could have been more within the book that we never actually got to, and that was like not disappointing, but it could have been better if, I don't know, the main character had been more involved with the family in that way. The thing is though, is that I kept reading it. Like, I was really enthralled with reading about the house. It's just this haunted house falling apart, you know, and people inside of it are going missing or dying off, and it was definitely an interesting read. If you're a spooky house horror kind of person, I definitely would, you might enjoy that. The 3rd book we have is The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. This was one of my favorite T. Kingfishers, probably like my 3rd favorite, I would say. Definitely better than the one that I read on vacation 2 weeks ago. I don't remember the name of it. This one was fun. It was like she finds a portal in the back of her uncle's taxidermy museum. Like, that's what I'm talking about with T. Kingfisher. Her books just like, I feel like she just has a constant spinning wheel of like so many settings and characters and horrors, and she just like throws a dart at it, and whatever it lands on, that's what she writes about. I need to know her mind. Like, she definitely took creative writing in college and she was really good at it, you can tell. It was very spooky Narnia, like the hell of Narnia kind of vibes. It was fun. I had a fun time reading it, and it was funny. It was so funny. The 4th book we have are The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. I think, yeah, this was the best book. I've got it right here. I can show you right here. Yeah, this was definitely the best book of the whole challenge. I love the descriptiveness. I loved the main character's inner dialogue. I loved the revenge. It was like so sweet, and it also went by so quickly. Like, I sat and read this in 2 hours, not moving. It was so good, so worth the read. Definitely one of my favorites of 2024. The fifth book, A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This one was so fun. It was like a take on the wives of Dracula and like the oppressive nature that they lived in. Very beautifully written, like prose, definitely the best prose out of any of these, I would say. I really, it felt romantic, it felt sensual, it was just like Victorian vibes. I was eating it up, okay? And then the final book, we have Big Swiss by Jen Began. Okay, so let me talk about what this one is about. It's kind of crazy. It's one of those, I can never remember what this genre is called, where I just call it like the gross girl books, you know, like the My Year of Rest and Relaxation, or Eileen, which I really liked, Boy Parts by Eliza Clark, those kind of books. I don't know what they're called, but it's like very unhinged women doing morally bad things. It's one of those books that very much encapsulates the notion of I support women's rights, but more importantly, I support women's wrongs. That's kind of what it feels like. That's the vibe it's giving. Basically, we're following this main character named Greta, and she is a transcriber for a sex therapist that's in town, and she has become enamored with one of his clients who she nicknames Big Swiss. And she ends up meeting Big Swiss, and like their relationship continues from there. So she's like kind of fighting with this, like, I know who you are because I've been reading your transcript, I've been writing your transcripts basically for your therapy sessions, and I know all these really intimate details about you. The thing that's really interesting about the book though, that I'm really enjoying, is that it's not just Big Swiss that she runs into and that she's like having these thoughts about. It's everyone in town. Like, she will see someone in line at the coffee shop and she'll recognize their voice, and then she'll play back the therapy session that they had with the sex therapist because she transcribed it and she remembers the voice and everything. So it's like she's literally remembering everyone in town, and she knows all of the intimate details of everyone. And I think that's a really interesting premise. I think right now the book is like kind of stalling. It's definitely giving very 3 stars right now. I would like to see the end get really cool, but it's like fine for now. It's not my favorite gross girl unhinged women book. Yeah, this was 6 days, 6 books in 6 days. Thank you so much, Evermore. Thank you so much, Taylor Swift Tracks Choose How Long I Read Evermore edition. And thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Evermore is a fantastic Taylor Swift album. If you have never listened to it in full, I would definitely suggest you do so. It's super good, super worth your time. And yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you again for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.